I'm going to do the Flambeau from 9 Mile Landing down to Beaver Dam, which is a repeat of a trip I did in June. Kind of a difference now is that it is fall colors, and also I'm going to do a little grouse hunting as I go along. You know, when I camp in them, when I get to camp, I'll go grouse hunting on some of the trails near the camps, or more accurately I should say, I'll walk around the woods carrying a gun as usual. Whether I get a grouse is unlikely. So this clip is to give you an idea of what the fall colors are like. As you can see, a lot of the trees have already lost their leaves. I think you can chalk a lot of that up to it's just been very windy, especially yesterday. It was just hammering wind. It would have been kind of a no-go paddling yesterday. One thing about the Flambeau, you're heading either west or southwest, which is like right into the prevailing winds around here. So, you know, if it's windy, you're going to be bucking a headwind more than likely. Well, it's about 11 o'clock on day 2 of my Flambeau adventure. Late start is by plan. I did go walk around the woods carrying a gun for a while this morning. I probably walked about 3 miles. I flushed one grouse, but it was way out of range, so I didn't get a shot. I'm just planning a relatively short day today. Get to camp early to mid-afternoon, walk around the woods some more carrying a gun. I'm making supper at the Mason Creek campsite on the mighty Flambeau. So I just got back from walking around the woods carrying a gun. I did chase up one grouse, and just so happens that there's the Flambeau Hills ski trail system goes right by here. So there's lots of walking and hiking opportunities in the area as well. There were some folks that stopped by here earlier, shortly after I got here. They were in drift boats fly fishing for muskies, and they said they caught a couple today, so that's pretty interesting. I had never heard of fly fishing for muskies. This is the second pitch, and in my mind the most interesting pitch of Wanigan Rapids. There are a couple cabins on River right in the meat. Oh, Flambeau Falls. +17 mile day today. Got here right at 3 o'clock, so 6 hours-ish. 20 on day 4. I'm pulling out from the Forks campsite. I did go grouse hunting this morning and actually got off one shot. I looked for like 10 minutes to see if I hit it, but couldn't find it. I must say that fly fishing must be the in thing to do on the Flambeau, because there's 3 guys in a drift boat or rig that came down the South Fork, and they're right at the junction fly fishing at the moment. So that's 3 days in a row that I've seen fly fishermen. I had a pretty fitful night sleep last night. As soon as it got dark and I went to bed, there was like rustling in the leaves right outside my tent, and it went on all night long. And you know, the moon was bright enough that I could actually see what was going on. It was like mice. They would even like climb on the tent body, you know, inside the fly, but they'd like scamper across the top of the tent body, and I'd smack them, and they'd fall to the ground. A little while later, they'd be zipping right up over my head again. You know, it just went on all night. And this morning I did see they did some chewing on my Duluth pack. Kind of ticks me off. That was pretty easy, this level. Pretty straightforward. Here's the left-hand side of the island at Cedar Rapids. This main pitch, yeah, it's a tricky one to read. I'm glad I didn't do that. I think I took the preferred route, like a third to a halfway across. There's a nice little tongue. So, low volume boat you'd take water on, but it's straight shot. And the run out is fairly straightforward. Another wave train down below. I eddied out behind the big rock out there. Now here's the left side of the island at Cedar Rapids. I will say I definitely took the preferred route, running left of the island, center on the left channel. Alright, this is Beaver Dam. The old guidebook says it can be exhilarating to the point of shock. Let's hope not. Smiled at that time. Better than they did in July. Well, that Beaver Dam landing, so it's all over now, except to schlep carrying all the gear up the hill.
Tolvik.